It's me, Lori. Hello. You can hear me. You can see me. It's me. I'm on the internet yet again. Are we on the internet? Yes, we are. This is the 18th time I'm doing this. Can you imagine that in 1 week we ran 18 one shots with like over 50 different people and all of them actually happened? The scheduling, the drama. I Of course you're here for doggies. I know you're all here for the doggies. So like I'm going to try to keep it short, but also this is the last time that I'm doing this. So I'm going to take some time to say goodbye to the event as well. Probably more afterwards. It's been a wild ride for something that I came up with 2 weeks ago on the couch. Um, and now we're here. We're at the end. And that 55 to go is, my hands are shaking, is towards 5,000 euros raised. Which is crazy. I, yeah, I'm a little speechless about that. And I only have a lot of people to thank for that, which I'm gonna take my time to do next week to go over everyone and how, oh, fireworks, how everyone that participated was instrumental to getting us there. But 5,000 euros is an incredible amount of money for this, what I thought was gonna be like a little thing I was gonna do with the help of a couple people to give back to the TTRPG community and to the world, I guess, for like, how good everyone's been to me so far this year and like how my Twitch channel has grown. And I just wanted to do something good with my platform. And here we are, Oliver. Well, I guess we're at 5,000. Oliver has offered a song for the biggest donator of the event to write them a custom song as well. Our stretch goals have now all been met. I I only made stretch goals up to, well, only I made stretch goals up to 5,000, basically almost knowing for sure that we wouldn't get there. Realistically, I thought 1,500 is the biggest thing we're gonna do, and that's already a really amazing amount of money that we're gonna be able to raise in a week. And now we're here. So not only am I tired and is my voice absolutely shattered, but I'm also just blown away by everything and everyone who participated, and it's just absolutely amazing what all of you have done and what all of us have done in this week. So we're gonna close it off with a wonderful little game. Don't keep donating, no. Called Dungeons and Doggies. What we've done all of this for is the COVID-19 response fund by the WHO that is going to receive more than 1,000 euros. What we've done this for is Mind UK, which is going to receive more than 1,000 euros. And what we've done this for is the Equal Justice Initiative, which is going to receive more than 1,000 euros. That's insane in itself. But what's even more insane is that we've had 18 one-shots this week, and not one of them has been not amazing. And for that, I have many amazing GMs and many amazing players to thank that brought their energy, that brought their time, that brought their enthusiasm and their creativity, and just absolutely blew it out of the park. None of this could have happened without Starbucks scheduling. Just Starbucks, give yourself a big round of applause for that, because Starbuck was a wizard on and off screen. Doesn't she look good in her white hat? You have to give it to her. And none of this would have been possible without Varnished Truths corralling all our sponsors and all our giveaways, because we've got more to do after this week, because every single person who's donated gets an entry into our giveaway pool of prizes that so many more creators have graciously donated stuff to, which includes t-shirts from Dungeon Glitch, dice from 88 Riddles, dice boxes from Chemgal, and other creators, and I can't even name them all, that's how many there are. There's RPGs, what Amy Varnished Truths also did is she put together our bundle, which is 150 euros worth of TTRPG content that you can buy for 10 euros, which includes Clickfin's character art that he made specifically for this event, which includes all of my music so far that I've released in high quality audio files. So you can get that Fate song without the intro. That includes Wanderlust, the game we played earlier today. All of that, like multiple RPGs, D&D supplements, subclasses, everything. You should definitely go and check that out. We'll keep that up until about mid next week. So be sure to get your hands on it before it goes, because it's a one-time offer and it's for charity. It all goes to charity. And yeah, my channel has grown a lot. So no pressure for that first stream after all of this. That first going back to normal playing Dragon Age and running D&D streams. No pressure. It's okay if you all leave. We've had a great time, and you know, it's great. I've just been so happy to be part of this, and Oliver, thank you so much for getting us past the goal. It's I'm rambling, but definitely, like, if you haven't donated yet, donate something, because something will get you an entry into our giveaway pool, and you can win so many things. Most of them have international shipping, so that's absolutely great. For a stretch goal that we just hit, 4,500, Zentikoth, who you'll see in the next game, is gonna paint a custom mini for one of our lucky donors and gonna send it to them. And for 5,000, I offered a guest spot on my very own campaign, Keys of the Surface, plus some donors were going to get a one-shot gem by me, so that's gonna happen. And every donor gets the Purple Ether mini bundle, which includes a chase supplement and their newest RPG, or a game as well. So everyone's getting something. Everyone's getting something, as thanks for their participation and help and love and support, and I'm just blown away. It's been a wild ride. I'm very tired, but it's been so worth it, and I can just thank you all for all of that. In this last game, you too can cause chaos, because Rene has been gracious enough to allow me to bring back for the last time this week the D10,000 Wild Magic table if you donate 10 euros. For 5 euros, you can give them a reroll. Actually, the Wild Magic table rules will be as puppy focused as I can make it. So, basically, all chaos will go towards puppies and kittens and that kind of stuff. So no bees. Unfortunately, we don't want a dog to eat a bee, because that's just really cruel, and a dog could die from that, and we should not do that. So you want to convert yours to help actions. That is done, Oliver. I'm gonna stop rambling and start silently crying in the background at the fact that it's over, and the fact that, well, it's not over yet, but the fact that it's gonna be over, and the fact that we made it, and the fact that this has been... I don't even have a one word for it. Amazing. And I'm gonna introduce you to our players. Look at my composure. So controlled. So not crying. Alright. Players. Let me say hello. Hello. Are you ready to go live? Alright. Stop giggling already.
We may have been doing
this group, you guys. Look at Renee's beautiful hair that a donor from yesterday picked for her.
Yay!
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't she look amazing? The chat is screaming how amazing your hair looks.
Oh, thank you, chat.
Oliver.
Oliver.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Oliver, I'm just gonna say you're barking up the wrong tree. Ta-da!
Okay, prepare for many dog puns. Prepare for a lot of giggles, and prepare for the feedback loop of chaos that is Novelist and Senti that I've had the pleasure of living through, surviving for almost a year now, but you will get
Time after
introduced
time.
to. I hope you'll understand why I'm gonna have wrinkles at 26 now that you meet them. And
It's
no, just
laughing.
kidding.
It's laughter lines. Come
Yeah,
on.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them. Two of the most important men in my life on one screen. I just wanted to see Novelist weirded out expression. That was the only reason why I said that. So we're gonna go through a round of introductions.
This is
And
why
just-
I drink.
And just let them introduce themselves, because I'm probably only gonna say things that Novelist is gonna disapprove of. So, Rene, do you want to start us off as our wonderful DM?
Yeah, so I'm Rene the Goblin on Twitter. I'm pretty active on Twitter, so we've probably interacted before. You can also find me online at Wizard Kitty Dice on Instagram. I am currently building up my shop and inventory, and will have commissions hopefully open by summer.
Wow! We've got an aspiring dice maker here that you should definitely check out. And look forward to seeing what you're going to make.
Thank
Sounds very
you.
exciting. Novelist.
Walkies? Hi, it's me. You've seen me before. Doing that just for Senti. No, you've seen me before. I'm happy to, like, I've kind of fell into this game by accident as a good little doggo. Because last night I figured, like, oh my god, I'm free on Monday. So yay! And I'm happy to be closing the curtain with you all on this one.
Much love as well to our very own Aqua, who unfortunately had to bow out of this one graciously, but I just want to call her out because she was very excited to participate in this event, and because of personal reasons, unfortunately wasn't able to. So go and send her some love. Aqua Summerwood's pretty much everywhere. Yeah, Novelist is one of my regular players on our Saturday campaign, Keys to the Surface. So and he's also hiring himself out as a voice actor. So if you like his voice, basically you can have more of that for...
More like whoring, but let's be honest.
You know, it crossed my mind to say that, and then I was just like, nah, I won't. He'll say it himself, and you proved me so right.
Predictable chaos.
Oh my god, Nav, give us a sample, says Tiefling.
No.
No. Oh, the goodness of the host. Excellent, excellent. A one-word sample. We love it. The rest you're gonna have to pay for. Maka, welcome.
Hello, yes, I'm Mac the DM from Check These Out, and I'm experiencing camera issues, as you can see. We stream on a Tuesday on Twitch at twitch.tv/Check These Out, and we've recently been supported by D&D Beyond, so we're just...
Yay.
I'm here. I'm happy that I'm able to be here, actually. I was really looking forward to being part of this.
Amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. The Check These Out link is... I'm hiring you for a public job on this stream. Okay, Tiefling. The link for Check These Out is in the comments right now, so you can go ahead and follow them there. And Jesse, welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course.
I am Virtual Dionysus on Twitter. I generally contribute to podcasts, the main one being Our Turn Gaming for Everyone. It's a podcast about diversity in gaming and trying to make everything more inclusive for everyone. Been a RPGer for over 30 years and a DM for most of that time. So I'm just happy to be able to play for a change.
Yeah, I'm glad. We've had a couple Forever GMs have their games here, and you're definitely working for a great cause. We've done our best here to factor diversity and stuff like that into our player choices, but luckily we were able to accept almost everyone who signed up. And those we didn't accept was only because of scheduling. So luckily we've had a very big group of gamers come in. I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy we could also get you in on a game. And yeah, welcome. And last but not least, Senti.
Hello, I'm Senti, King of the Simps, as you probably have well seen in the chat.
Solanaire in the chat, if that
Solanaire
rings
in
any
chat.
bells.
I go by many names, Destroyer of Worlds, many. There's too many to list, really, honestly. I'm a bit of a rarity. I'm not really on social media, so coming across me, I'm like the shiny Pokemon. All right, that's how I like to view myself. I am the one who'll be painting minis. That's already confirmed now. I don't even know. I'm just as flabbergasted as everyone else about this. So I'm just mind blown.
Yeah, Novelist is my boyfriend that I haven't been able to spend any time with this week because I've only been doing
No,
this.
I'm not.
Novelist? Why did I say Novelist? Because your name is coming up in the chat.
Okay.
That's why. Because everyone's talking
this is
about
awkward.
you.
So
I'm ending
awkward.
this
Like,
week.
oh yeah, two of the
Sentikov.
most important men in my life. No, I just said that to make him uncomfortable. I forgive you. I'm tired, and I know. Hello.
I'm so tired. Why?
I need a drink after that one.
I'm actually crying. This isn't even the worst mistake I've made.
Large weather we're having, right?
Well, I would call it. I would call it.
So invested.
I would call it arguably worse that I mixed up two sponsors earlier today as I was greeting one of them. That was arguably worse because it's actually embarrassing. Don't clip that. I will delete that clip. I will report whoever clips that. You will be banned.
Clip that.
If someone clips that, I will ban you. That is not a joke.
Oh, damn.
Sentikov is Sentikov is my boyfriend who I haven't been able to spend a lot of. See, I haven't been able to spend time with him so much I forgot his name. And because of this event, so I'm seeing his face for the first time this week. So hi. I can ban you all, actually. This is a private platform, so I actually can do that. I do have to unmod you to do it first, but... No, okay, I'm not banning you guys. I'm sorry for the mix-up. I am glad that you could laugh about it. I'm so embarrassed now that I'm almost crying, so I'm just gonna, I'm sorry, hand it over to Rene to start our game. And relieve our hearts, our souls, and our brains with puppy chaos. I'm looking forward to that. Have fun, you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Larai. Okay. You guys ready to play some D&D?
Hell yeah.
Oh. Okay. So we are going to start with a dream sequence. You all dream of a village in flames and frenzied barking and snarling that fills the air. Villagers flee in panic as their homes burn, and the scene fades, and stooped is a aged half-orc staring blindly towards you. This will soon be the fate of Maya World, that she wheezes in a tired voice. I am Rami, and I protect them for now, but my time grows short. Please help us. The half-orc holds out a trembling hand to you. As you accept her touch, the world spins around and your paws land on hard wooden floors. You are all surrounded by a few other dogs, and there is a cat along with you as well. As you land, you hear kind of a slight ringing just at the edge of your attention, the edge of your mind. In this circle, you also see kind of off in the distance a elderly half-orc who you recognize from your dream, a female elf along with a male human and a female halfling next to them.
I wag my tail.
I sniff Sentikov.
I guess this is how we're starting. Are we doing the
Yeah,
usual
this is
dog
how we're
breeding? Am I
starting.
just Okay, we just make the full circle and start sniffing each other, you know?
Yes, we're doing that. Do we roll for that? Is that like acrobatics?
That would be the only polite thing to do. So yeah.
Roll a perception check, everybody, for me.
Yes.
That's a 19.
That's a 1.
Wait, I have a +3 onto that. That's a 21.
So
Okay,
you
but
said
I got
really
a 4,
well.
but because I'm a cat, so I'm going to be kind of sneaking away and trying to not be seen by all these dogs.
Okay. So yeah, some of you sniff really well, some of you do not sniff very well. Like you try to go to sniff and it just doesn't work. Or more so you kind of like trip over your paws, things like that. Then just along the edge where all those people are, the male goes,
I sit at attention and stare at them.
anyone else?
I guess like
Just sniffing?
I stopped sniffing this manly husky here and just like look. I mean, I don't believe that my character can speak right now because he's a dog. So I guess I just look at the person as well.
Okay. So the hang on. The woman then steps forward and she goes, Sylvis, is Rami all right? And he turns to her and, she's a little old and as she's wheezing, kind of, pats her on the back. And she sighs and says, thank the gods you have come. I can barely believe it. I called out to you adventuring dogs, and I wasn't sure if you would accept the help. I'm sure you have questions, so please ask anything you know or anything you need to know. And you guys can talk to them, by the way.
Okay, are we? How long have we been awakened dogs?
We'll say just recently, as soon as this dream happened.
Okay, yeah.
You are a nice lady.
I try to be.
You can talk. I can talk.
You could talk. Do you have
You're
treats?
amazing.
I want treats.
Treats.
I'm gonna instantly like sit down and like hold one paw out.
I'm gonna copy him and then like put my paw over his to bat it away.
They all kind of turn to each other like, these are the dogs that you called on, really? As the small halfling female just comes up and I guess gives you each a treat of, we're going to need your help. And there will be plenty of treats afterwards.
Treats.
Like, how many are we talking here? Like, and I look down at my paws, like more than this.
As many treats as you can eat.
Oh, that's a lot of treats.
Wag tail furiously.
I'm listening.
Furiously.
Well,
do they have to be cat treats? Do they have to be dog treats?
No, my little feline friend. They can be cat treats as well. We can get you plenty of fish and tuna.
Ah, oui. Then bring on the fish.
I was not prepared.
It appears I am surrounded by dogs.
Yeah, you are a very weird looking dog if I don't say so myself.
Cats can
I'm
talk too.
smarter. Yes, I'm smarter than dogs. I am a cat.
Ooh, that's a very weird name for a breed of dog, I must admit.
Again, the gentleman kind of clears his throat and he says, so the reason we called you here is 4 nights ago, all the dogs in town suddenly started acting strangely. They all gathered in a group outside as if listening to something, and then shockingly, they all turned on their owners, myself as well. And he points to a bandaged arm that is in a sling.
Bad dogs.
Bad dogs.
Very bad dogs, very bad boys, not good boys.
Hmm.
Dogs in our village are a very integral part of our life. They're used for herding, farming, hunting, and they are now gone. And we don't know where they are. We cannot continue to function as a society without them. So we are hoping to call on you for help.
Well, I mean, I don't speak for all the dogs here, but I personally feel obligated to bring in the bad dogs again. You know, bring dogs to justice. Don't you agree? White and black dog over there.
I do. Yes.
I think we're all in agreement here.
Make all bad dogs good dogs.
Yes.
Woof.
Or bonk them until they are.
Yeah. I sniff the cats and I like push him a bit with the nose, like, you too.
Yeah. What?
If you do not mind, my name is Le Cat Monsieur, and I would like you to sniff me.
Oh, you're one of those really sensitive dogs, yeah?
No, I'm not a dog. What is this mission? I will be the intelligent force here and lead us to victory.
Yes, so we are trying to find where our precious dogs have gone. Rami here has helped us to locate as much as we can, but we are very concerned about the Howling Mountains and the Howling Hills, which is rumored to have dire wolves. And so we don't know if they have joined that pack. We have mighty briars that have started to grow around our village, and we're not entirely sure what's going on.
They have been eaten by wolves. You should buy.
That's very sad.
Wait.
Yes,
and he gets visibly distressed. Like we hope they've not been eaten by wolves. That's why we called all of you here.
Let's. I mean, before we jump to conclusions, I had a cousin who knew a guy that was like friends with a Corgo that once met a wolf, and he was pretty cool. So maybe we should go find out first.
Then in that case, and he turns and he says, please follow me. And he leads you from this kind of clearing into a small town and goes into an inn. He introduces you to then the halfling female who gave you the treats, and he says, this is Clarissa. She owns this inn here. And she brings out like food and some treats for you guys, lays some blankets out, and asks is there anything you guys need before I head into the back?
Could I get like a little dish of water before we set off? Probably just anyone else like a little bit parched? I could really do with it, just take the edge. I'm feeling a bit rough, so.
Hey. I would like, if possible, I just need my little piece of string delivered to my sleeping quarters. I cannot possibly sleep without my little bit of string.
I need something to bonk them with. If we make the good dogs or the bad dogs to good dogs again.
I was just gonna headbutt them.
Yeah.
So she goes to the back, she grabs some water for you guys, she grabs a piece of string and holds it out to you, the cat, and says, I hope this string is good for you. And The mayor then turns to you and talks about in detail these attacks that have been happening of very loyal dogs, his own dog included, who their eyes kind of went cloudy and almost green. And they then turn on their owners. It's very strange. Even the goodest of boys have been doing it.
Oh, that's very sad.
And he says with that, I hope that you can investigate the best that you can, but I must take my leave. At this point, Clarissa is, listening in and goes, strange fella. But, he's always been interesting.
Oh, right, okay. So, what time of day is it? Is it nighttime? Is it daytime?
We'll say it's about afternoon for you guys.
Okay, so does the party want to go and sort of go and bark at random things for a little while, or do we find I don't know, like a carrier bag on the wind that we can all kind of look at and be really freaked out by, or should we go listen to some rambles?
No, I think we should go fetch. I think we should go fetch.
I'm trying to cast Hold Person on this piece of string, but it is tricky.
That looks very tricky, to be fair.
This whole time, I'm lying on my back, rolling around this piece of string.
Do you need a hand there, Monsieur Weird Dog?
No, you must never touch the string.
Oh, that's okay. And I visibly pull my paw back.
Sword just watching all this and just shaking his head. What is going on?
So are we gonna? Let's go for a walk, guys. There's some.
Walkies.
What's that hit? Yeah.
Walkies.
Yeah. There's a bush. Did I hear something about bushes? A briar? I honestly don't have the best of memories. I feel like all of our problems could be solved if we just leave.
That sounds sensible. Let's go.
And I
have a
like
question real quick.
Okay.
The door we came in from, is it like a cat flap or a dog flap, or like a normal door?
We'll say there's a dog flap there as well.
Perfect. Is there a little window open that I can just jump through because I'm a cat?
Yes.
In that case, I take the window.
I'm gonna go halfway to the door. Go halfway to the door. Then rethink. Trot back. Take one of the frying pans off the rack and then walk out with it again.
Wise choice. I like to imagine that, as I'm turning my head, from side to side, my ears are just constantly, covering my face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to walk on my hind legs at all times because that just makes me feel more comfortable. Le cat has le swagger.
You have really pointy ears, and I'm going to try and, kind of slowly reach a paw out to the cat's ears.
You may touch them only once.
Oh, all right. And then I'm just going to, I'm a heavy-handed, I'm a beagleberry, I'm just going to kind of it's like a slap almost.
Oh, and accidentally turn it inside out and it won't pop back.
I have the first wild magic surge if you want it.
Give me 2 seconds and then we'll use that. So as you guys leave the inn, your keen ears prick up and suddenly the sounds of shouting and panic from the small square at the center of the village. There are a dozen or so villagers are gathered, wringing their hands. Several are shouting a name over and over in different directions. And at the center of the crowd stands a halfling couple, one clutching a small stuffed bear.
Someone's lost their dog. Companions, to the square.
Yes, let us make haste.
So as you approach, the male halfling is wearing a flower-stained apron. He turns towards you and shows you guys the bear, thinking that you guys are here to help. And it smells very strongly of chocolate, mint, and a halfling child. The woman then steps forward and says, "At first, we thought he had fallen into the well, like the feast
I
day
knew it.
did. But we think he's gone after Jasper, our old dog. Those two loved each other more than they loved life itself. We thought Jasper hadn't been affected by these strange goings on, but he ran off 3 nights ago, just like all the others."
All right.
I have deduced it. The teddy bear has eaten the boy.
That
No blood.
it's true.
But how come? How
How
would it
true.
smell of the boy?
Well,
That's very
because
true.
it's huggies. Your master never give you huggies for when you in the pen.
Please, I am a cat. I own my owners.
Oh,
That's weird. You're weird.
Yeah.
You're a weird dog. Have I said that already?
doesn't smell like
Yes.
dog.
He doesn't, does he? He's the weird.
No.
I mean, you own.
It smells like it was a child's toy.
I know this. The smell of children. They give good pets. You know.
Yeah,
Give
good
belly
scratches.
rub. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to
Warm
start.
hugs.
I would like to start smelling around the area, trying to find a scent, that scent trailing off somewhere. So maybe get on the trail.
Okay, go ahead, and whoever wants to sniff, roll a perception check for me.
Yes.
I'm a pretty good sniffer. Just letting you all know.
And this is with advantage because we're smelling, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Yes,
While they're sniffing,
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay. I guess
Nice.
that guy's sniffing.
No. While they're sniffing, are there any shady-looking people around?
I can use danger sense if it's any help. Just like, don't know if that would help.
No shady people around right now. But with all of those rolls, you do easily pick up the scent of what must be this young boy, and it is trailing off to the forest where kind of all the briars are starting to grow. Yeah, that's where it'll be for right now.
I say we get on this trail.
All right, lead the way, boy. We'll follow.
Good dog.
Good dog.
All right.
Yeah, good boy.
I'll take the lead and start leading the group into the forest.
Okay, so as you leave the village and go into the forest, that ringing that was kind of at the back of your attention, just along the side, it does seem to get a little bit louder. And as you make your way into the forest, the village is soon obscured by the view of the dense trees and the briars. And the sound is muted under the green canopy, and the light fades to twilight between the tightly packed trees. Strange noises echo through the forest as you travel across the uneven ground, trying to avoid the twisted roots and sudden dips in the earth. Right now, Lorai, you want to go ahead and roll chaos for me?
Gladly, you will never believe what I rolled, but I need either a volunteer or I'm going to roll a d4.
I'll volunteer.
Okay. This is literally what it says. I'm not adjusting this for dog. Every time you are injured, you will howl like a wolf.
Epic. I can do
Not
this.
even kidding. There it is. That's the first one.
So as you're walking specifically, Victor, you get kind of like your natural instincts start to kick in a little bit more, and so you feel like, it's a good time to howl to let my friends know if I ever get hurt. But With that, I would like 3 people to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I'm gonna roll. Is it just a seeing? Or smell?
Perception check, yeah.
I'll roll.
I got 16.
Guess I'll roll as well then. I've got 12.
I got a 25.
Oh.
Okay.
My dude.
So you guys travel for roughly an hour in the darkening woods, and you get a second whiff of that scent that you smelled from the teddy bear, and follow that scent. Then after about another 30 minutes or so, you get another aroma of not only that, but also of wolf that is next to it. And then after about another 30 minutes or so, you get a scent of fear and a very heavy musk of animals in like a hunting mode almost. And that washes out from a cluster of trees, and it looks like it's probably about in a clearing, to the northish.
Where's the wind coming from?
We'll say you're downwind.
Excellent.
Wait, is that good? No, that's not good, is it? Is it? A cat? I don't know.
I mean, downwind implies that the wind is coming towards us from where the smell is coming, I think.
You'll never
Then
show
perfect.
that, yeah.
No, I think that the kitty might be in danger.
That's possible, yeah. Wait, what if the kid has been taken in by wolves and they're now like another set of parents for him? Oh, I'm not ready for this, lads.
Can I scramble up into a tree?
Yeah, go ahead and what would that be? Acrobatics with advantage, because cats are good at climbing up trees.
I'm gonna try and
They
help,
certainly
just
are.
like to try and push it up with my tail.
Okay, in that case, with the help action applied, that would be a 16 on that roll.
Okay, yeah, you easily climb up this tree. You've climbed up multiple trees before. And you see probably about, let's say, 120 feet out into that clearing, that there is what looks like a halfling child on top of a very large rock, and there are 2 wolves and what looks like a domestic dog around, and they are growling at this child.
Cool. So I'm going to lean down from the tree and say, "Dogs, I have 2 things to say. One thing, the halfling with the wolves is over there, my point. Second thing, can somebody call the fire brigade because I'm stuck in this tree?"
Criminy sakes.
I just my instincts kick in and I just start barking up the tree.
In that case, I fall out of the tree, land on my feet because I'm a cat, and say, "That was how I meant to fall." Merci.
I mean, we were in a real bind, yeah. It was a great thing. Good old Thunk here helped you out. Don't forget that, Monsieur Strange Dog.
The name is Le Cat.
The cat. Very strange dog.
Is Le Cat a
No.
breed?
Yes, yes, I always breed. Let us find the halfling. And then I just start swaggering off on my hind legs to danger.
Alright, I just follow and tell.
I want to be very cautious as we approach.
I have thrown caution to the wind. And you know when dogs get really excited, that, like regardless of tails wagging, like we're going through the brush and my tail's just hitting against everything.
At some point, I notice that, and I stop it with my with my nose and push it down. I don't know I don't know if dogs can shush per se, but be careful. Too much noise.
I've always wanted to fight a wolf. Oh, I'm gonna crumble wolf.
Okay, so are you guys going into this clearing sneakily? Are you running in? You said swagger in. What does that entail?
Basically, I'm going to just sashay towards them and swaying my hips as a cat does. This is making me sound really weird right now, so let me just... anyway, I step out into the clearing and I'm going to say, "Wolves, would you care for some catnip?" And I pull out some pre-rolled catnip cigarettes and attempt to cast Charm Person with these props.
Strange dog, I never thought you'd be a drug smuggler. That is... Whoa.
That's
My-
bad dog.
You are.
The catnip is legal.
Okay, so there are... I'm trying to figure out how to do this theater of the mind. So in the center of the map here, you do see that child again on top of the rock. There is a wolf at about 1 o'clock. There is what looks like that normal dog at about 11 o'clock. And then there is another wolf at about 9 o'clock around it. Which one are you wanting to charm?
The biggest alpha-looking one. I'll just be like, "Do you care for some
That's me.
catnip?"
That's me, that one.
Okay, that would be either of the wolves. And
Yeah.
that is
I'm
a
trying to charm
save
it. I think
That's
so,
a
yeah.
save.
Charm Person. Yeah, I'm the worst DM ever, so I don't know off the top of my head.
You're cutting out a bit.
But
No, Maka.
wisdom save?
Yeah, I
But I'll
rolled
find out.
wisdom. What's your save DC?
I have that. DC 13.
13. Okay, it completely fails. So this wolf looks at you then, and he doesn't appear hostile to you, but he does like glance at you and then kind of goes back to the child and growls a little bit at it.
Oh, it did not work.
But
I
we're gonna
wanna
It's-
balk playfully at the regular dog to also try and cast Charm Person on it. How I do? It's 11 DC according to
Okay.
the sheet.
So this dog, he sees you, and his attention is between you and the child. He is drooling a little bit whenever he looks at the child, but he occasionally is shaking his head as if he's trying to fight something. And you do notice as he's shaking his head that there is a collar of braided vines around him, and it emits kind of this weird green glow. But that, other than that, they're really just focused on this kid.
Not sure if the charm worked in that case.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And I lean down to the rest, like, look, around neck, there's like green stuff, like briars.
It's a weird collar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it off.
Yeah.
I think it'd make him bad dog.
Yeah. I'll run for him. Like, we'll make a distraction. I'll run, and I'll pin him down and rip it all off him.
Yeah. I'll take care of the wolves.
Yeah, you take care of the wolves.
Yeah.
What? Are we in like in a like just whispering to each other?
Just huddling like this, like
yeah. All right.
And still like having our paws like around each other, but still somehow managing to sit with all 4 feet on the ground.
Meanwhile, there's a cat stood at the front smoking a catnip cigarette.
Going out, getting high out of his mind.
This is how I prepare.
That's a very weird battle ritual you got there, mate.
Yeah, it smells bad, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Let's see, because the the dog was the dog at 11 or at 1 o'clock?
11.
Okay, so he's in between the two wolves, like relatively, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll get the attention of the wolves then.
All right.
I just consciously step forward and I howl.
Oh,
With that howl, they are now fully putting their attention on you. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Hashtag taunts.
Oh, geez.
Oh, natural 20. That's a 21.
Ooh.
Wait. Where's my initiative? There it is.
Initiative. I got 18. The cat got 18.
I've
I have
got
a-
5.
Ruh-roh.
Well, I did a taunt action, so it counts.
I have a 20.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to start the round with Thunk. You're
All right.
up.
I'm just gonna. How far away am I from Lassie? Tom?
We'll
Jim?
say you're about like 20, 25 feet.
All right, I'm just gonna just run for him,
Okay.
and when I get
Typical
there,
dog.
I just run. I run straight at him, and then I'm gonna try and just like, kind of like how a dog would just run into a person when they're far too excited, and try and just like start ripping off the vines if I can.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll a strength for a grapple check for me.
All right. Oh, that's a natural 1.
Can you do a rebork?
You can do a rework.
Okay, I'll rebork that one. That cocked there. Oh, that's a 13.
Okay, so as you slam into him, it confuses the heck out of him as you now have this dog pinned and grappled.
Yes.
I'm just gonna like, yeah.
Awesome. Is that all you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I can't really do much else because I can't really stop ripping it off yet, can I? So
Yeah, that'll take your next action to do.
I'm just like,
With that, Wolf 1 is going to probably see you howl there, Victor, and he is going to come up and try to bite you. No, he is not. He comes up to you and he tries to seem really intimidating, but slips and trips over his paws. And in his shame, he just kind of stops and looks at the ground there. Thorn, it is your turn.
Dog.
All right, so there is one wolf at a distance still, correct?
Correct.
All right, well, since this hasn't been introduced in the story yet, I want to ready my side-mounted light crossbow. And just for giggles, I want to cast as a bonus action Hail of Thorns and fire on him.
Okay.
that doggo's packing heat.
Hey, I didn't know this was here either until now, so let's do this.
Like, do all the dogs need to like roll a wisdom save to not try to fetch?
I don't know. This would probably look very bad. Anyway, I have a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
Well,
Wolf.
he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Awesome.
DC 13.
He just passes and shimmies over from the thorns, but does he still take half damage?
He will. So the regular attack does 8 damage, and then with half damage on the thorns, he takes a measly 1.
Can you say that again? My computer audio cut out for a sec.
Okay, so 8 damage from the bolt, and sadly 1 damage from the thorns.
Okay. So this wolf is looking very hurt. He has a bolt sticking out of him, and he is just covered in thorns. With that, we are going next to Mr. Cat.
Monsieur le cat.
Okay, so Le Cat Monsieur. There's a dog next to me still, correct? Like one of the dogs didn't run in, or at least two dogs
Correct.
by me, right? Okay, great. So I'm gonna just place my hand on. I guess is it Centikoff that's next to me and Jesse?
No, I'm weighing.
Like the
Okay,
wolf's in
right,
front of me.
okay. Brilliant.
And close.
So in that case, I guess Novelus is right by me, right? So I'm gonna touch them on the side and just say, "You have the strength of a bear," and I'll cast Bear's Endurance on him as enhanced ability, which basically so he has advantage on cons checks now, and he also gains 2d6 temporary hit points.
Damn.
Wow.
And at the same time, I'll say to him, "You are such a good dog," and that's Bardic Inspiration.
Dog.
Oh my god, he's a good
8 temporary
dog.
hit points, by the way.
Yeah, 2d6 temporary hit points, and but I say, yeah, Bardic Inspiration by calling him a very good dog. Just scratch him
That's a
behind the ears,
1d6 right now, right?
I'm so jealous right now.
It is 1d6, yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
Then we will go to wolf number 2, the one that is severely hurt. And he is going to come up to you, Thunk, and he's going to try to attack you to get you off of his friend there.
Okay.
That is a 12.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit. So he comes up, but being injured from all the thorns, when he tries to bite you, it's just not there.
Mhm.
Jasper, it is now your turn. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. That is the dog that you currently have grappled. I have it written down. I was like, wait, who's Jasper? Okay, he is going to try to get out of the grapple. So that would be against your strength again?
Yes. I need to roll this, don't I? Yeah.
Correct.
That is a 20 total.
Okay, yeah, he tries to struggle out, but it just does not work. Now we are to Victor. It is your turn.
So I'm gonna so meanwhile I've like somehow managed to sling the frying pan like as kind of a side accessory. So I'm gonna like whip it around, like grab the handle in my teeth, and on this like the get go, just gonna whack the wolf that's in front of me.
Okay, roll the hit attack.
Bitch slap it with a frying pan.
Remember, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. Let's see, and it's 1 sec. I gotta figure out my precise bonuses because I'm not used to like analog stuff anymore. Because it's I made it's over 17. That's what I know.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Good. Nope. It's the magic frying pan. It's a D10 damage. It's 3 plus 3 plus 2. 7 damage with the frying pan.
Nice.
Okay.
It do
Yeah,
bonk.
You take this frying pan and you go bonk, and it does a lot of damage.
Wolf.
With that, we're going to the trees start to have wind rustle through them as it feels like a burst of magic comes in. So Lorai, go ahead and tell me my our next chaos.
Oh no.
Yeah, about that. So,
Oh, no.
are there any lycanthropes within 1 mile?
No.
Okay, I have a slight delay, sorry. Okay, good. Then, nothing happens.
No, it would have been amazing if it was just been, are there any lycanthropes? No, there are now. What?
Yeah, that's what I was like for. Like, the party turns
There's
into
no
bear
werewolves. No werewolves, but there is a sulfur werewolf.
Oh.
dogs.
Okay, we are back at the top of the round. Thunk.
All right, I'm gonna look at this wolf that's coming over to me as I'm like trying to pin this to the dog, and I'm just gonna be like, "Good dogs wait their turn," and I'm gonna try and headbutt him, just to try and knock the wolf out.
No, but get the briar out.
That's a natural 20.
Fair. No.
Yeah.
That's a net. What was it? That was a critical wolf.
A critical wolf, a critical bork, I think we said.
Critical bork, yeah. Critical bork.
Critical bork.
Okay, so that is. I'm gonna take that's just D4, just to like headbutt the other dog.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. That is 6, and that's 9 damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, so as you bonk this wolf on the head, it just kind of like and goes down, and he is out of the initiative order now.
Nap time for bad doggies.
Stay. Stay.
Bad dog.
Thorn, it is your turn.
All right, so the wolf that's currently on my companion there, I want to sneak up behind it and attack it with my ferocious bite.
Okay.
Oh, a 20?
That hits.
Alrighty. Whoa, for 7 damage.
Okay. You go to bite this dog, and you bite him so well that he as well kind of slumps down, and he is out of initiative order. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Not at this time.
Okay. Le cat, monsieur, go ahead.
Okay, so sit rep, there is a dog still alive and another wolf.
No, both the wolves are gone. There is a dog that is being grappled by Thunk.
Perfect. Okay.
It's probably magic.
In that case, yeah, I would assume so. Yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm going to, for some reason, say to the dog that's being grappled to try and distract it, what do you call a cold dog? A chilly dog. And that's vicious mockery for some reason. And yes, it's a groaner, so it works. And hopefully, as my bonus action, a bardic inspiration to the one that's fighting the dog.
Thunk.
All right.
Thunk.
Oh, got a shame.
How much damage was that vicious mockery?
It's a D. I think it has to pass some save, but it's a D4 or something like that. It's a really weak one, but
I think it's a wisdom.
Yeah, I believe it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
it is, yeah.
A wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
Or
take 1d4 chunky damage.
15, yeah, 15 passes, so it does no damage,
13.
but it
13.
deep down in 13. 13 meets the DC, so either way it passes. But it's it knows deep down that that's stung, that rubbish joke stung, but no damage, I don't think. But the bardic inspiration to Thunk will probably do a bit better than that damage would anyway.
That was awful, honestly.
Hey.
From hearing that awful joke, he's going to try to get out of the grapple again. So Thunk,
no, you
go
don't.
ahead and...
You're staying right there, little buddy. Oh, that's not a good roll.
Stay.
That's a 10.
He rolled a 9, so just barely.
Yeah.
So he tries to wiggle out or shake you off, and it just does not work. Victor, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna run over, and I'm gonna try to get the briars of him.
Okay,
Does he
ahead.
get advantage from him being grappled?
Yeah, we'll have you have advantage, and that is going to do just a bite attack for me.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a bite attack. Yeet. Well, thank God I've got advantage. Because I rolled a 1 on the first one and a 20 on the next.
That's good.
Okay.
Nice.
Critical bork.
So you critical bork and grab these thorns and rip them off. As you do that, the green aura around them kind of fades, and the dog's eyes then become clear as he looks up at you and and starts wagging his tail. The halfling child who was crying on the rock then looks at him and goes, "Jasper, you're back!" As he climbs down from the rock, and his dog comes up and just licks him and wags his tail.
He might not be safe yet. Hang on. Jasper, what's your favourite colour of tennis ball?
I can't see color.
Damn, he knows.
That is the correct answer.
Yes.
We would all accept gray.
He's fine. He's fine.
I'm still looking for that answer. One day I will find out what colour a tennis ball is.
Okay, so with that, let's see here. Since Jasper no longer seems to be in danger, the young halfling boy who was holding his collar puts it back on him and kind of like drags him away of, okay, let's go home now. With all of that, I want you guys to go ahead and roll a nature check for me as the ringing grows a little bit louder again.
It's an 8 for me.
Ooh, it's a 2 for me.
Is it a 8? No, it's a 7 for me.
18 for the cat.
The ranger has 20 because welcome to favorite terrain, baby.
Outdoors.
I just
Yeah,
look at
because
the,
outdoors is favorite.
Oh, if it were only that simple.
So the cat and Thorn, you can almost start to locate where this ringing is coming from. It's coming from deeper in the forest, and brain buffering, sorry. And it's a little whiles away, but it's probably coming from a very strong magical source.
There's dark magic on the air, and I do not like this.
Something very important that we may have not considered. We didn't sniff that dog's bum before he left. We didn't say hello.
This is no time to be sociable.
Oh, I guess. I'm just, I thought, okay, let's go.
I'm gonna put my paw over his shoulder, but remember, we made him good boy.
We did.
Yes,
make him
you
a good
did.
one. That's very true. Actually, what we're gonna do before we wander off and go fight some lich or something, what we're gonna do about this other dog that I just knocked out on the floor here, because I feel like he's not a good boy.
We should tip out all of his dog food and then blame it on him.
You're a rascal. You are. You're fiendish.
We
It's
should
wicked.
push things off the kitchen counter and then laugh and run away.
Oh my lord, you're so evil.
I am so naughty.
I would say, can we search him for any loot? But I don't think he's got one pocket, but I'm not searching in there, so.
What?
Do we tie up the dog? Can we, I don't think we should just leave this bad dog here.
But aren't all dogs tied up? That's what you wear around your neck.
Oh, that's getting deep there. All right, let's not go there. All right. Thunk can't think that far ahead.
50 Shades of Bork.
Oh, Jesus.
I need some water.
You know what?
Here.
Never mind. He learned his lesson. I gave him a good bonk, and let's just move on.
Perhaps it is best. Perhaps it is best to just let sleeping dogs lie and move on.
Nice. Don't forget to hydrate.
Yep. I'm gonna.
So you guys are following the noise?
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
How far away
so
roughly do we think it is?
it's probably a good few hours walk. So you guys get some walkies in.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, can I turn to whichever the biggest dog is and just say, We are really past my nap time, since I nap 20 hours a day. May I sleep on your back for the journey?
Who's the biggest here? I think that might be you. I've forgotten your name now. Big Black Dog.
Oh, me?
I mean, I'm not actually that big. I've just got really big ears. So, like, maybe, I mean, I can carry the Weird Dog. I've got nothing against you, Mr. Weird Dog, sir. But, just thinking, like, maybe you wouldn't like to be on my back, is all.
Please, save your tears. We may need them. Do dogs cry? I guess they do now. This is canon. And then I just climb on your back.
My tear ducts don't work anymore. I had them burnt out in a fire.
Okay, that's sad. I'm definitely going to sleep
Wow!
Some kind of tragic backstory that I won't go into details about.
Okay, I really wish I hadn't started this conversation, but while we're on the subject, whoever I cast Enhance Ability on, that would run out in the time we're traveling, so you'd suddenly just feel weaker, I guess.
Yeah, or less, like I can't eat every poo that I find.
Yeah, just some of the poos. Some of them, fine.
Well, the fun part is I am immune to disease because I've got the divine health.
Oh, well, chow
So
down.
I still can. Chow
I was
down.
just saying, if one of us is sick, we have to take it in turns to eat the other person sick. We can't be hogging it for the.
Where do you stand on hairballs?
I try not to.
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
Little furry landmines.
We'll say that this conversation is going on as you guys are traveling.
We're doing walkie-talkies.
Oh.
The puns.
So it takes you guys about 2 hours as you follow the pull of this noise. And as you get closer and closer, you all are starting to hear it and notice it now. You come into what seems like the heart of the forest. And it is old beyond measure. The tree trunks are twisted, gnarled, they're huge. And there you come almost over a hill, and there's a small hollow with some mighty oaks that look like they have been hollowed out a little bit. There is a hang on. A rainbow of light that dances off of the mist that collects at the ground, and there's a light of flaming torches that reflect through the grove. Around this clearing stand a few figures.
You can find the Hired Swords pod.
Yeah, a few figures, and there is carved stone that's holds almost a pool of water towards the back of the area. And in this pool, there is what looks like a green stone that's pulsating like a heart. A man dressed in brown leather and wearing a headdress of woven vines and thorns emerges from one of the hollowed out chambers behind the pool of water. As he does, the roots of the trees above close together and conceal the chamber completely. He dusts himself off and begins to collect water from the pool into a large water skin.
Right, just so we don't get lost, first things first, mark our territory. I'll just go over to a tree so we know the way out. We've been walking a while now. That's first, most important.
I'd fall off your back if you did that.
Well, no, I
Just
could just
pop
kind
your
of
leg up and I just fall off.
just get up on my neck,
You can just shimmy a bit.
Yeah.
I guess we're here. And why am I being splashed?
Just don't worry.
God.
It's raining. It's raining outside.
Why is it warm?
It's warm rain.
It's a very localized shower.
I was going to say golden shower then, but I've been getting too far.
Too obvious. Too easy.
You did say it though, so
That's
point around.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, I guess, using things most quiet voice. She's like, "All right, what's the plan here then, lads? We're gonna bunk him.
Let's see if he wants to smoke some catnip.
I feel like we shouldn't lead with that one every time.
Wait.
But you know what?
Patrick.
Actually,
If he's a magician, he likes cats, right? So
that's
how
true.
about you kind of slink up, pretend you're friends, and then you take his eye out.
Wait, I have a question.
This
What's a
plan
cat?
works.
I don't know what a cat is. What's one of them?
I just whispered to the others, don't tell him.
About no, is it like the cat breed? Yeah. So
oh,
like,
right.
yeah.
Gotcha. Now, see, knew it. I'm a smart dog, so
Yes, good dog.
So should I sneak up to this man, and then if he becomes hostile, cut his eyes out?
If he becomes hostile, I will lay on him the fury of 1,000 doggos.
Okay, this sounds like a foolproof plan.
Exactly. Just no gaps. Airtight.
Me too, and then it will be 1,000 doggos.
Oh my lord, that's a lot of doggos.
Yeah.
That's
What about
all
you?
3.
Gangster doggo.
Extra dog.
Well, he holds his crossbow sideways, like a,
I don't hold my crossbow at all.
I am sorry, that is mildly racist.
Is it?
Is it in any way? You're
He
a dog.
was the black dog.
Whoa! No one brought any colours.
Oh.
Okay, let's get on. What is your guys' plan?
The cat fella is going to go in and then infiltrate. I think.
Yes, this is the plan, and it
Yeah.
will be successful.
There's no room for error at all.
Okay, Mr. Cat. Go ahead and as you sneak, roll a stealth check for me.
Ah, cats are famously sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the moment
That's a
that
six. It's a 16.
16. Okay, so you slink around into this hollow where you see, again, there's that pool of water. It's about in the northeast corner where that druid with the crown is. And then there is also another person, or 2 other people. One is about at the 3 o'clock on the far edge of the clearing, and then one is about at 11 o'clock. Again, just kind of looking around and keeping watch over this person by the pool.
Okay, so I guess I'll just do what the plan was, and I'll sneak up to the guy by the pool, like real close, like maybe even say if I can climb on the pool and be like right next to his ear, and then just be like, bonjour.
But I do have to ask, are you still walking on 2 legs?
Yes,
God.
it's the best way to be sneaky for a cat.
Okay.
So you're just going
What
straight up.
stupid question. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up to him, and then I'm gonna like climb, see if I can get right next to his ear, and then just whisper really gently like bonjour.
Oh no.
I love it.
Okay.
This might be a full plan rather than full
Rene's
proof. I
like,
just
this
realized.
was not in a module.
Yeah, this was not in the module. What do I do with this?
Improvise.
So
One moment, please.
I have a plan B. Don't worry, I've got a plan B.
He visibly gets spooked. He goes
Please?
as he wasn't expecting a cat definitely to come. We'll say then that the air kind of whisks through the trees again as he is spooked. And Lorai, you want to go ahead and roll? It looks like we have a chaos that's supposed to happen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yes,
need a
do it.
volunteer, or I'm gonna need to roll a d4 again.
I'll volunteer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's say, please not
So
me.
the first one of 2 wild magics that we have lined up. What happens is that you see, what's your character's name?
Thunk.
Thunk.
Who'da thunk?
You see Thunk. It looks like he disappears, but then you look down and you see Thunk in his very earliest puppy form, infancy,
Oh.
looking up at
Oh,
you
no.
and like mewling quietly like the tiny puppy that he once was. He's already starting to grow, so he's gonna very quickly grow into his actual age, but as of current, for probably a couple minutes or a couple hours, however long the DM wants to rule it, he is a puppy, like a newborn puppy, and he's slowly starting to age up again.
I'm small and very angry.
Nudge him with my nose. There.
Oh, poor puppy.
I'm still
Okay, and what
on
is
with
the
this plan.
second chaos surge that happens?
Okay. I first rolled a very terrible one that would not fit the tune of this one shot. So I will tell you what it was, but we're gonna roll a different one. Okay.
The cats have 9 lives in this game because I really hope they do.
3602. One more page. Look, this document has so many pages, you guys. Okay.
Pick the one that says the cat kills the man.
That's a very specific one.
Okay.
I hope we get copies of ourselves. That'd be amazing. It's like we'd get a huddle.
Why did
for
you
a
have
run.
to say that? Okay, so what happens is that everyone within 30 yards, which is probably everyone, every creature within 30 yards, what happens is a trimmed bush as their replica appears next to them. So there is now a bunch of trimmed bush dogs and a cat, and probably a human somewhere as well, that suddenly grow in the area.
If my
Topiaries everywhere.
Yes.
I'm gonna hide behind it in the exact same position as the bush.
Well, so much for stealth.
Don't ever see us coming.
With that, I'm gonna say your cover is completely blown with these shrubs just erupting from everywhere. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me.
All right.
Man, but comedy
Oh,
timing.
Jesus.
Ruh-roh.
Just imagine this guy like going about his business, and I whisper bonjour in his ear, and as he turns, there's a cat and a trimmed bush in the shape of a cat there.
I'm him.
Bonjour.
The first one I rolled is that one of you would have become aware that you were a fictional character being played by a person sitting behind a table.
Oh,
And I was
please,
like,
that-
I can't do
would've-
that to you. I can't.
Honestly, you could have done it to me. That'd be amazing.
Man, the existential ennui that would set in. It's like,
It
nothing
was
matters
very bad.
anymore.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
The cat rolled a 7.
I got a 10.
Got a 10.
I mean, the cat has been frightened
And,
by a
Thorn, what
rushing
did you
leaf.
get?
Thorn has an 8.
8. Ooh, you guys.
Man, we rolled really good on that first encounter.
You did.
And now this.
Now our dice turned to rubbish. Yay!
How the dice have turned. The tables. What?
Okay, we are going to start at the top of the round with you, Victor.
I'm gonna rush the guy with the crown where the cat's hiding next to. I'm gonna bonk the damn out of him. I'm gonna bonk the hecking feck out of him because I'm a pally.
Okay, roll
I'm
attack for me.
yes, bonk indeed. It. That's a 1. So can I do a rewalk? I would like that. Bonk.
You have bardic inspiration too.
Well, no, that's been passed. Like that lasts shorter than enhance ability even. So that is.
Oh, that's bad.
That's fine. Like it's the same for the wolf the last time. It's more than 17. I'm pretty sure it's
yeah.
like 19.
Okay, that hits.
Let's see. Wait, do I have to do the smiting beforehand or after? I don't know how smites work, honestly.
Smite you can do after you know that they hit, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why paladins are so dangerous.
You're about to send us closer to Shadow Realm.
Yeah. How many times can I do this? I don't know.
Every time you smite, you expend a spell slot.
Okay, that's fine.
You have 3 spell slots, I want to say.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot of damage.
so I roll a die 10 and 2d8.
Yep.
Yes.
Unless they're undead or something else.
Are they undead? Don't think so.
They look quite the opposite.
So that's 7 plus 3 plus 2. So that's 12 regular damage. And then 8 plus 3 is 11 radiant damage.
Woof.
Woof
Yeah,
indeed.
woof.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Meow.
Okay, as you hit this guy, just come up with a frying pan and just like a la Tangled, just hit him over the head. He turns
it's
to you.
this is bonjour.
What a strange day this is. Long.
Hedges.
He turns to look at you and he goes, "Ah, so you are the brave adventurers." Well, it is of
boy?
no consequence. The blood moon is imminent and our ritual will soon be complete. We will wipe the filth of that village from this forest and return it to the purity of nature. And with that, the other person who is probably about the 3 o'clock, since you ran over and attacked his friend Victor, he's going to what does he do? He does a there it is. He's going to try to club you. And he is not going to. He trips over the topiary of himself that came into existence, not expecting that.
I would have liked to react to his entire speech. They just turned to look at Michelle and say, "Think I hit him too hard." Sounds a bit wacky.
Wow.
That druid, though, that you hit is now going to try to attack you as well, Victor.
Just ignore the cat. That's fine.
Yeah. He
Bonjour,
hasn't done
wolf
anything
dog. Ah!
to him yet.
Yeah, I was being friendly.
Oh my gosh, I'm not rolling that die anymore. He
To the
tries
penalty box.
he tries to take out his quarterstaff to get you, but we'll say that our friendly cat kind of like bats at it a little bit, thinking it's a toy, and distracts him. And that uses his turn. So the last person who's standing at around, let's say 11 o'clock, he's going to try to hit you, our cat friend, because you stopped an attack, essentially speaking.
Nerd.
Ooh, and that is a natural 20.
Oh no.
Oh, that is.
wait.
Yeah.
Can I've got a reaction. Does that
Faithful
work?
friend?
Oh wait. Oh no, wait, that's for saving throws. You can also use your direction to force them to reroll a successful attack. Woo! I'm gonna do faithful friend.
There you go.
I'm good as boy.
Goodest boy. Ooh,
Perfect.
but that is still a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
But
I
not
cough up a fireball and take a hit.
So he hits you with his club, and it does 2 damage.
2.
May
Two.
I point out at this time that it seems like if they attack the dogs with sticks, it doesn't go well for them. But the cat you can hit with a stick all you want, because dogs are immune to sticks.
Dogs are immune to sticks.
They're like, they're just gonna be like, come on, throw the fucking stick.
Stop teasing! Throw!
I'm just really happy he didn't pull out a vacuum cleaner, because then we'd all be completely fucked.
Oh no.
A vacuum cleaner in the forest, yeah.
They're armed with laser pointers.
Thunk, it is your turn.
Okay. with all the rage of a tiny beagle puppy, I emerge from the small hedge that has formed next to me. I'm going to go into a rage and just the tiniest just run down into the puppy.
Chihuahua.
And I'm just gonna try and just there's 2 of them right next to each other, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. One of them's been hit, yeah. The one by the paladin.
Correct.
I'm just gonna just jump and go for the throat.
Okay.
Get him in the ankle. Get him in the ankle.
Well, the floor space is quite occupied, so I'm gonna go like Monty Python rabbit for the neck.
It is Easter after all.
It's Easter after all.
Run away!
Okay, that is a natural 20.
Critical block!
Oh, the slobber and tiny teeth everywhere.
Because I'm raging, I get extra damage with this as well.
And there was a great wailing and gnashing of tiny teeth.
What's that? 9, 10. That's 11 damage.
Okay, so as you go for the jugular of this dude, as he's bleeding out, he uses his final words to go, "My death wins you nothing. The ritual will soon be complete. I am but one of 3, and my master cares not for my death. May nature return," as he just falls to the ground. And he's out of initiative now.
That's impressive without the throat.
I'm just in a gargling rage, just this little tiny pocket of blood and foam coming from my mouth.
No, I don't think. I think it's just because of the sheer vibrational energy, all the blood that cake to you started foaming, so it's just a running ball of foam and bubbles, which smells vaguely of iron. Oh. Dungeons and Doggos.
Okay, Thorn, it's your turn. There are 2 there are 2 humanoids still. One is watched his friend get taken by the jugular.
Thorn immediately vomits from the side.
Just eating his own vomit.
Oh God, this is gonna be horrible.
And there's one still at about 3 o'clock. He has currently tripped over his topiary, so that's what's going on right now.
Wow. Well, I guess I will declare him as my prey using where is that at?
Dogo's mark.
The Slayer's Prey, which we'll just call gazing my eyes on him, and then I'm going to fire with my side-mounted crossbow again. Sure, why not? Oh, that is only a 14.
A 14 hits.
Wow, all right then.
Damage.
Thanks for snake eyes, guys. Let's see. 2 + 4 is 6. Wow. But at least I hit him.
Yeah, he's hit now at least. Okay, our Mr. Cat, you are on the well, and your puppy friend has attacked this dude. You can hear a crossbow coming from behind you that hit another one. What do you do?
I'm gonna stand on this well next to this dying. Oh, I'm not next to the dying guy, am I? I'm just next to the other, the hero, the king. What's his name? The leader.
Druid.
Okay, so I'll grab him by the lapels and just say, "If you do not want to suffer the same fate, drop your arms," and try and intimidate him into stopping the fight. I will set my beagle on you.
Roll an intimidation with advantage.
Yes.
All right.
I have +4 to intimidation for some reason. Okay, that's a dirty 20, and that's a dirty 20.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see here.
You were
I'll
not
do it.
prepared.
I've not fed him for a week, you can see.
I will bite your ankles off.
Okay. So he goes pale with this cat grabbing him by the lapel. This vicious little ankle biter next to him just going off on him. And he puts his hands up and okay, I'll do what you want for now.
And then I turn to the rest of the guys. What actually is it we want? These two
Put all the
people.
tricks in the bag.
Okay, easy. Want him to stop the ritual. Make
Yes, that's
that
it.
doggos good again.
And I turn to him and I say, "Stop what you're doing."
Isn't there a third
I-
one here? There's like,
You,
is there 3 enemies?
so you killed
Yeah.
one. You have one intimidated, and the other one is just got shot with a
Yeah.
crossbow. So we're going to, I'm gonna keep the initiative order, but we're gonna be out of initiative for right now.
Yeah.
I
grabbed the
So you're
leader and just
asking-
made him frightened. I want him to stop what he's doing so that the ritual doesn't take place.
He's like, I can't stop it. It's already prepared. This was the last portion I had to do.
In that case, I have been instructed to blind you.
Uh-oh.
And can I scratch him in the eyes like I've been told to do?
Yeah, go ahead.
Then damn right I will. And mess with this cat.
Oh man, it's got really dark.
That's a 12.
You have advantage because I have Pack of the Wolf, so you have advantage to hit anything within 5 feet of you.
And I think we're flanking by now.
Then in that case, that's a dirty 20 again.
Wow.
Roll the scratch.
Terms of stop.
Oh, poor Rene, we're destroying her.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
A flirkin, yes.
Play with
This
your
is Nick
eyes
Fury's
like
origin
little
story.
balls of fell inside.
What was
So-
the damage to this guy? 10?
Damage. Yeah, good point. No, I haven't rolled the damage yet, actually. So 1d6. Where's my d6? It is a 2 for damage.
A 2. Okay. We're just gonna say
One for
because
each eye.
you went one for each eye, yeah. And with him being intimidated and all of this, we're going to his eyes are being scratched. He's gonna fall unconscious. This poor dude.
Nice,
And so
makes
he's
sense.
out of initiative.
He fall
but-
into the fountain that he's dealing with because he's gonna drown.
We'll say he falls backwards.
I just like,
Good,
Just
because
for
I
the
can't
sake
say I don't like water because I'm a cat, so I'm not gonna save the guy.
I just like to imagine like this guy falls down after having his eye scratched out, and then all of us just like slowly turn to the last guy, got an arrow sticking into it.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah, one last guy is left. So, Victor, we're at the top of the round if you want to do something to this poor dude.
Yes, I will. First of all, I will channel divinity and cast sacred weapon on my frying pan. So there's this flash of first white light like from the eyes as I turn my stare on him, which like flows out energy into the frying pan, of which the handle's sticking in my mouth, and just like vroom. And then I cast Compel Duel on him.
Oh damn!
Which does.
He has to make a saving throw, and on a failed save, he can only attack me, or has rather disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me. And
What's
if
the
the save is, how do I calculate that? Is that 8 plus prof plus spellcasting bonus? I think so.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
So 13.
Yeah, he fails.
And if he tries to move away of a space that is further than 30 feet away from me, he has to make another save. So.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay. With that, it's actually his turn, so he's going to try to attack you. And with seeing his friends die, he does not hit you. Thunk, it is your turn.
Now,
I growl from the side. He's mine.
yeah, like I know that Compel Duel stops if I attack him, but Thunk is in a rage right now. You know what? Thunk is in so much of a rage. I'm just going to keep attacking the guy I already killed. I'm just going to go for his ankles.
just mangle the bodies. Gain a
Yeah,
level.
I'm just like on his legs, just ripping it up.
Just like this little tiny pupper, like leg in his mouth, like a.
So you're attacking the guy you're still attacking, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going for the body at this point, just like to stay in a rage, just tearing at his leg.
Okay,
Oh my.
Thorn, then go ahead, it's your turn.
Fuck.
It's very Munchkin-esque, this.
I don't know. I think my paladin companion has this well in hand, and I don't want to interrupt something, honor duels and all that. So he's going to reload his crossbow and just sit at attention and watch the fight. And if it goes south, he'll jump in.
Can I ask a question about your crossbow?
Sure.
Is it made of bone, and therefore is it a crossbone?
Oh.
It is now.
I've been waiting to say that all night.
And with that terrible pun, we are going to take our break.
Yay.
Yeah.
Stick around.
We were all having so much fun that I just completely forgot to ask them to take a break in the middle of the game. But hey, that's okay, because we've got more dungeons and more doggies left for you after the break, and you can all hang on this little cliffhanger mid-combat and just keep watching, because now you have to stick around. We are doing our very last giveaway of the event. Well, our last chat giveaway of the event, because everyone who's donated so far and everyone who's donated will A, get a Purple Ether gaming bundle and get a little email with that afterwards, but B, also get entered into the rest of our giveaways, which now I guess includes a guest spot on Keys to the Surface and a one-shot run by me as well. Because that was our 5,000 goal, so that's also in there. So make sure to donate if you want any amount. Like €1 is already eligible for that, and for every 10 euros you donate, you get an extra entry. So at 10 you already get 2. But we're gonna do our last chat giveaway. You can hear that I've maybe been crying a little bit, but that's okay because it was good crying.
Crying with laughter.
Yeah. It is going to be an Underground Oracle Publishing bundle, which is a D&D supplement bundle. Their quarterly bundle gets, published quarterly and is over 70 pages of supplements for both sides of the table, which adds subclass options, warlock patrons, mechanics, all the good stuff. I just recently backed them on Patreon myself, which is both cheap and offers you a lot of extra D&D content, which means they didn't ask me to recommend this, but I heavily recommend it. Because I found a lot of good stuff there, like the pseudo-dragon race that you can play that we saw on yesterday's special episode of Keys, which is extremely cute. So I recommend checking them out at Underground Oracle Publishing, and thank so much Underground Oracle for sponsoring such a big part of our event, and allowing us to have a big chat giveaway every stream together with loot tables. So the keyword is going to be Bork, which is BORK. So bork in chat, and it's not case sensitive, so you can bork in all caps or half caps. You can spam it as often as you want. I don't mind. Spam protection is off. So be sure to type bork into chat. The players are welcome to join in as well, except if they've already won, in which case they will be disqualified automatically, because we want as many people as possible to have the
No
option
problem.
to win. And yeah, may the odds be ever in your favor for this last giveaway. I'm gonna take our players to break. I almost, have to force them away from how fun this game is. So Rene, you're doing a terrific job. Thank you so much so far, and we'll be back with this combat after the break. See ya. Right.
Now is the time for solidarity in the face of this threat to all of humanity. I implore leaders to stand together and heed this appeal.
WHO supports countries respond to COVID-19. sending supplies and protective personal equipment to over 150 countries, helping establish treatment centres and strengthening laboratory, treatment and biomedical capacity, providing diagnostics and biomedical equipment, issuing over 100 technical guidance documents to provide real-time information and best practices. WHO coordinates COVID-19 response, working with world leaders to keep everyone safe, deploying emergency medical teams to help design fit-for-purpose strategies, building the Partners Platform and identifying gaps to ensure an appropriate COVID-19 response, working with multiple agencies, NGOs, member states and the private sector. WHO accelerates COVID-19 research and development, convening the ACT Accelerator for coordinated research for treatment and vaccines, engaging in solidarity trials for therapeutics and vaccine research with over 5,000 people in over 100 countries, establishing the CTAP Access Pool, sharing research knowledge and working for accessible intellectual property for existing and new COVID-19 tools. WHO fights COVID misinformation, raising awareness and stopping the spread of COVID-19 misleading or false information and messages that promote harmful practices, holding technical webinars for experts, offering multilingual COVID-19 online courses through Open WHO and the WHO Academy app. Help by donating to the COVID-19 Response Fund.
In 1989, about 25% of the people executed in the United States were executed in the state of Alabama. We had dozens of people on death row who did not have legal representation. There were no institutions providing legal services to condemn people. If you don't have a right to counsel, and you don't have any money, and you're on death row, you're going to be executed.
It's stunning that a country that's so dedicated to incarceration as a solution for its problems knows so little about who we lock up, why, and for how long.
The people on death row had no help, had no assistance. If we didn't work on the cases, no one was going to work on the cases. In the late 80s, the Equal Justice Initiative was created as an organization to help people on death row. Over time, being exposed to a lot of other injustices in the criminal justice system led us to branch out and try to create programs and initiatives to confront the other problems outside of the death penalty context.
Imposing a sentence of life imprisonment without parole isn't a life sentence, it's a death sentence, it's a death in prison sentence. We've done a lot of work for people who've been sentenced to die in prison, people whose convictions and sentences have not been reliably imposed.
February 2nd of 2005, I gave birth at home to a stillborn son, Timothy, and then I was convicted of capital murder. And for the next 10 years, all of my 40s, I spent in the Tutwiler Women's Prison. Equal Justice Initiative believed me when no one else would. They represented me during my appeal process. the Alabama Supreme Court. I had my sentence overturned. My release date was December 12th of 2012. It was a wonderful day. I'm home with my children. I'm home with my family.
In the late 90s, we started challenging the way poor people are not provided adequate legal assistance. Our criminal justice system treats you better if you're rich and guilty than if you're poor and innocent. Wealth, not culpability, shapes outcomes. And we think that we have to change that.
I was convicted in 2000 for drug trafficking, which was a crime that I didn't commit. They sentenced me life without parole. I got in touch with EJI. They said, we're gonna work for you and we're gonna get you out of here. And I cried. I just cried because it was just overwhelming to know that somebody was actually there to help me. August the 17th of 2006, I was released, and it just was so surreal. It was just so surreal.
The young girl who was 14 years old wrote to us and said, I've been sentenced to life without parole, can you help me? And that was the beginning of our project challenging life without parole as an unconstitutional sentence for children.
The United States is the only country in the world that condemns children to die in prison, some as young as 13 years of age. We've seen real progress. 8 years ago, we were executing children in the United States. And in 2005, the U.S. Supreme Court banned the execution of children. In 2010, we were able to persuade the court to ban life imprisonment without parole for children convicted of non-homicides. And now the court has banned these mandatory death in prison sentences for all children. We started a project on race and poverty, where we're looking at the legacy of racial inequality and injustice in America. We partner with schools, other advocacy groups and organizations who are all interested in education around these issues of race and poverty.
We try to organize people to act on the injustice, speak out on these issues, and raise awareness.
It's too easy to say that something is complicated, it's difficult, it's been that way forever, and tolerate it. We can create a more just society, but it doesn't happen by itself. It is not inevitable.
For me to be sitting here, it's a miracle. I get up every day, and whatever I look at, I'm not looking at it through a chain link fence. And you can't explain that to someone.
There are a number of misconceptions surrounding mental health. There's an enormous stigma. Britain is a country, perhaps more than any other, where you might say that the national emotion is embarrassment. And nowhere is that clearer than when it comes to issues of mental health. We're addressing a real crisis. 1 in 4 people in any given year suffer from a mental health condition. The greatest cause of death amongst men under the age of 35 is suicide.
My first overdose was in 2003, December. I felt I had no future. I couldn't hold down work. I genuinely believed that the people around me, for all the hurt I was causing them, would be better off if I wasn't there.
Bipolar changed my personality by making me the person that I didn't ever want to be. I was very, very low. My self-confidence, self-esteem and self-worth went. I just felt very sort of isolated, and I felt like I couldn't talk to friends and family because I couldn't really express what was going on. I knew there was something wrong, but I couldn't put it into words how I felt.
When I was in hospital, physical restraint would happen quite regularly to me. I spent most of the 90s, which was my 20s, in and out of hospital with 5 really serious admissions. It was just an unimaginably fearful experience, and I felt quite scared, isolated, not many people to turn to.
Someone mentioned Mind to me. I went down one evening and I was fortunate that one of the staff there was able to spend some time with me. He just reassured me that what I was living through was perfectly normal. I began to develop relationships and friendships with people who I could actually speak openly with about my mental illness. People who, as I put it, they got it.
My first experience of Mind was through a recovery centre in Hackney called Mind. Just went there and it was fantastic staff, discussion groups, art, empathy, compassion is at the forefront of their organisation.
They really do help people, and they care as well, and it's very, very obvious that they're there because they want to help people, not just because it's their job.
There's something really extraordinary about the Mind Network and the work we do with people with lived experience of mental health problems. Sometimes people come to us because they need our help and support, but as they receive that help and support, they're often then become part of our movement for change.
I got in touch with the media team and they asked me if I would like to be involved in a couple of the projects.
Over the last couple of years we've been campaigning on the issue of restraint, which is when somebody's being held down against their will. Gary was very involved in the campaign from the start, and he really helped to bring the campaign to life by sharing his very traumatic experiences so that people could understand what it feels like to be restrained.
Just sharing that lived experience, which is so important. A lot of the experiences, once you talk about them, I'm sure it does take away a lot of the fear and normalises it a bit.
Because Solent Mind have helped me, I want to give back and help others because of the fantastic work they did with me. They started coming up with different ideas that I could do, and one of them was to start going into colleges. My name's Avi and I'm from the mental health charity Solent Mind, and we raise awareness and understanding of mental health in a project that I run called Heads Up, which is for young people, and just to get an understanding of what mental health is and how important it is to talk about mental health.
I thought, you know what, I'm going to raise some money for Mind because I'd never forgotten the impact that Mind had had on my life. I'm now currently approaching the end of 12 months of fundraising for Mind.
It was the most amazing experience of my life, running the Virgin Money London Marathon for Mind. The crowds were absolutely fantastic. Mind constantly say that no one should live with a mental illness alone, and that's my mission, to help them to achieve that and help others in the same way that they helped me those years.
Hi everyone, we're back with the winners of our giveaway, and my cheeks are immediately red once I consume just 2 sips of alcohol, which, you know, shows how little alcohol I've been drinking the past few months. That's why my face is so red. Anyway, we have the winners of our giveaway. Did you type Bork into the chat yet? Because if not, this is your 10-second warning to do so to enter our giveaway. Because we currently only have 6 eligible users that can win, which makes the odds, you know, very high that one of you, that you could be the one to run away with this bundle. I'm gonna mark Novelist ineligible because he has won before this same bundle. Alright, that's your 10-second warning. I'm gonna press that button very soon, so type Bork into the chat. Thank you so much.
Kiddo. He wants you to know how much he loves what you've all done, Carrot.
Aww.
Carrot.
Discarded was that? What donation from?
That was it had a text-to-speech message with it, so I was being quiet so I could speak out to the chat. It says final donation from his kid. His kid has been donating his pocket money to our causes at various points of the week, which is absolutely so sweet. And thank you so much to both you and your kid for being so supportive and for being here so much, Discarded Dwarf. I'm so happy to have you guys here, and I'm very happy that you guys won a giveaway earlier in the week, that you won one of the dice vaults. Very happy that we're going to be sending one of those your way. And thank you all so much for the donations, and tell your kid that it will make the world a better place. Because that's ultimately why we do it, for charity. Type Bork into the chat. Okay, Shima just got in at the last second. This is our final giveaway, so I gave y'all a little bit of extra time. And hi! Congratulations
Yay,
on winning the giveaway!
Yay!
Ah! Hey, you won the Underground Oracle Publishing Bundle. We know how to reach you because, you know, you're one of my regular players, so I know how to find you. And we'll be sure to send that your way. Thank you all so much. And thank you once again to Underground Oracle for being our gracious sponsors of this event. One of the many parts that has made this so awesome. I'm gonna, without further ado, let you go back into the heat of battle with our pups. And let's hope it's their battle is successful, and that, you know, they exit it with one less puppy and one more dog, because we shrunk down one of them. All right, have fun, you guys.
Okay, so before the break, we only had one person left that our dogs were attacking, and it was Thorn was holding their turn, so I believe our Mr. Cat, it is your turn.
Okay, one remaining guy. And they've already told me they cannot stop the ritual. That's right, isn't
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've wanted to do this all evening, so I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the last guy. Point towards him and just say, I guess, you cannot stop it. You're useless to us, and just fire Fairy Fire at him. So basically, each object within a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in, I will say, green, because it's the color of catnip, I think. It has to do a dex save, and if he does fail that save, he'll be shed in dim light, and any attacks against that creature will have advantage.
Okay, what's the save?
DC 13.
13. He fails.
Perfect. So he's now illuminated in green light. It doesn't do any damage, but at least everyone that attacks him. And I look to the beagle and just wink and like do a weird cat thumbs up, and they have advantage on that attack.
I don't know if something just happened to my.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It works. We win.
Oh no! Oh, she's back though. It's slowly getting better. She's getting better.
You think Discord is bad now? You wait till Microsoft buy it.
Newt. Well, it got better.
She turned me into a newt.
Am I back?
Yeah. You are indeed.
You're a little laggy, but I think you're alright.
Okay, that was really weird.
Wild
Okay.
magic.
Yeah, wild magic happened to my computer. That's awesome. All right. Last I remember, he had just failed his fairy fire check, and he is now outlined in green. What is happening
Correct.
next?
Yeah, it means that everyone that attacks him has advantage on that attack. And as I thumbs up, like a weird cat thumbs up to the beagle, that's bardic inspiration for the beagle.
Who's the beagle?
The raging thunk.
Just checking.
Okay, we are now back at the top of the round. Victor, it is your turn.
I'm gonna thunk him.
Oh damn.
Well, but I'm not actually gonna do the thunk, but I'm gonna bonk. And I believe it's with advantage, so I'm gonna roll some dice. Let's see. It's 6 plus 7 in total. Can I rebork?
Rebork?
Might as well. And someone remove the block from it. Come on. So on maximum, that was 6 plus 7. So 13 was my maximum.
Okay, 13 hits. Roll damage.
Wow, that was close. Okay. Let's see. 8 plus 8 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. So 16 damage.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, with this last bonk, it bonks him just right, and he goes down. So we are out of combat. And as he falls, a scroll kind of like falls out of his pocket as well. Before you guys get a chance to read that, though, I see we have one more wild magic that's supposed to happen.
I thought you said a squirrel falls out his pocket, and I was like, what? Why has he got a squirrel?
I mean, let's see if the wild magic table offers squirrels, because I did see the word on there as I was.
It's a magical land.
Actually, Novelist, you said you wanted to roll one of them, so would you like to do
Oh,
the
yes.
honors?
Let's see. I'm just gonna count them down from
Sorry.
Yeah, let's okay. So first number is a 3.
A 3. I was already on that page. Very good. Next.
Second number is a 6.
I was also already on that page.
Then a 7.
Oh. I do not have to go.
And then a
later.
3.
3, 6, 7, 3. Okay.
420.
Okay.
Let me see.
Please cast enlarge on me.
Well, who does it happen to, guys?
We can roll a d4.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take the hit. I'm good.
Okay. Who is that? Voices.
Say.
Say. Okay.
This is Jesse / Thorn.
Are you a caster?
Technically speaking, yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The next time you say your name, 2d6 squirrels will leap from your mouth.
That is amazing.
Nice.
So let me roll 2d6.
Was it actually squirrels?
No. It was fish.
That's also good.
7. So 7 squirrels will leap from your mouth the next time you say your own name.
Interesting.
That's it. That's the Wild Zoomies table. Unless someone else donates 10 euros to charity.
Wow.
Okay, so Thorn, you feel your mouth gets a little hairy for some reason. You're not quite sure what's going to happen there. But with that, you guys do see the scroll that fell out of the robes of the last druid that you just got.
I just turned to Thorn real quick and be like, what's your name again?
Hey, that's metagaming.
I'm joking.
It's
I'm gonna exit my rage, and it's pretty thirsty work. I'm just gonna start drinking this water around this like magic rock. I just start drinking that.
Not quenched from blood enough.
I thought he was gonna drink the blood.
Yeah.
I start just lapping that up.
We're gonna try to I'm gonna put one paw on the scroll and try to open it by sweeping it open with my pan, which is still glowing a bit.
Okay, so the scroll then reads as you look it over, the next full moon will be a blood moon. According to my knowledge, the time is right for our coven to proceed to the Green Heart and convince the Dryads to seal the village while we prepare for the ritual. We must not be interrupted and cannot afford to distract ourselves with the human vermin. Once we are done, we will have power to spare. The conduit has already been crafted and the first test will be underway soon. Meanwhile, free the village slaves and return them to our cause. I will prepare the site of the stone circle. Our time is at hand. And then it's signed in Druidic at the bottom.
I just wonder in myself, It's weird. Why wouldn't they just write it all in Druidic?
I'd like to imagine that I come over like slobbering and water dribbling all over. It's like, why have people just written all squiggly lines all over this? It's like I'm dripping water and slobber all over it.
Dogs are famous for eating paperwork.
And
yeah, so there was this kind of thing. There was something that they were busy with before they turned to the fountain, right? What was that?
It was a kind of like a green stone that they were filling with the water.
Right. And like it was, did it get covered by something? I might have not, like, I might have zoned out for like 10 seconds during a very important description.
I think that was the tree hollow that this person emerged from that got covered by thorns.
Yes.
So there might be something there.
Use the pan.
Yeah, I tried to get into the tree hollow with my holy pan of frying. But you know that is the kind of monks that use that kind of weapon. They've got the rank of friar.
What do they say? Out of the frying pan into the tree stump?
Yes.
Okay, so are you trying to go through the vines or dig under, or what are you doing here?
Yes, I'm a dog. Of course, I'll dig under.
Okay, roll either a straight dex or a straight strength check for me.
I'll go for the straight strength. It's a 18.
Okay, so you dig through, and you dig through very fast because you're very strong. And underneath, you then emerge to what looks like a hollowed out, very large tree stump that goes into a tunnel.
Ah. I was gonna like bork a few times. Found something. Come on.
Outstanding work.
Did you find a ball?
Yes, it rolled down this tunnel. Fetch.
I'm just gonna bolt straight down the hole.
Straight down. And at this time that you bolt, you guys see this little beagle puppy just slowly grow, even though he should be getting smaller as he goes into the distance.
Watch out, guys! This tunnel gets a bit smaller on the way down.
So you guys follow this tunnel, let's say for a few hours. So it should definitely be night at this point. And you reach the end of the tunnel. It looks very similar to where you entered from, where it is a stump and there are vines over the opening. And outside you can see through the vines that it has now become dark. And there is quite a lot of candle or torchlight coming from the outside.
Seems like a fire hazard.
That's a very intelligent comment.
Just saying.
Can I get close enough to just push one off the shelf that it's on?
God damn it. Yeah, let's burn the dryad stumps.
Just so no one sees. So I don't want anyone to see me do it, and I'll just really slowly push it off and then pretend it wasn't me.
Well, you guys are in like you came up from a tunnel that went underground, and you're kind of like in up above ground now, but there's the vines that you have to go through.
Okay. Same question, but can I go through the vines first?
Yeah, sure. Go through the vines.
Perfect. I'm going to sneak through the vines on my hind legs and hopefully see some candles on shelves, and then just sort of do the thing Mr. Burns does with his fingers, like, excellent. And then I'll go and attempt to push one off sneakily as I can.
Okay. So as you enter into this almost clearing, you see a kind of like 60-foot diameter area, and there's a stone altar in the center, and the altar has a mighty white dire wolf on it, and in the moonlight it is casted almost pink because it is a blood moon. The wolf is held in place by vines, about 3 or 4 really large ones and a few smaller ones. And you recognize this beast as like an alpha. Around the circle, there are 4 pillars, each with 3 dogs tied to them. And there are 2 druids in front of the altar by the wolf. So you want to go up to the pillars that the dogs are tied to have the candles on them, if you want to go up there and try to knock a candle off.
I do.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Better roll damn well.
That's 7.
Do a rework?
We have reborks.
Can I have a re-meow?
You can have a re-meow.
In that case, I will. And that's now a 12.
Okay, yeah.
7, if my maths is correct.
They're pretty busy there at the altar. And you get up and you knock one of these candles off, and it definitely gets the attention of the dogs that are next to it, and they kind of whine a little bit.
And I turn to the rest of the crew that are probably still by the stump, and I just say, like, I mouth, "My work here is done." And I just throw like a cape over myself.
I called a fire brigade to get him down. No. And that's like on one side. I want to see if we can slink around the other side to like get behind them in a way.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I'm making an educated guess is that like the alpha is sort of like being used as the focus of instilling like wolfishness into the regular dogs.
That's very smart.
Good assumption.
Good.
Yeah, anybody who wants to try to sneak up behind these 2 druids, go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I guess I might as well.
Like, do I officially have plate armor? Because I'll roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Collar's like got a bell on it or something.
I got a 12.
I've got a 14.
I have a 15.
I'm gonna say, even though they're distracted with those rolls, they definitely hear you kind of clunking, and they both turn around, and one turns to the other. Finish the ritual, I'll take care of them. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me.
We just did that, didn't we?
Oh my
Beforehand?
gosh, we already rolled initiative. Okay. With that, Mr. Cat, it is your turn.
Perfect. I need to see how many spell slots I have left because I've been burning through these like there's no tomorrow. Okay. So, mind's eye. There is a big white wolf in the middle that's tied down with vines. Dogs all on the outside, and then druids. Okay. So, I don't really think I have much ranged stuff that I can do. I might just have to cast Fairy Fire again, you know. So, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? One of the druids, because I think they're behind it all, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on them as my last 2nd level spell slot. And it makes a thing appear in their head. I'm going to make it appear like a really, really big cat, like a scary one. And
like a tiger?
I was thinking like the Cheshire Cat.
Ridiculous. A normal house cat, but massive.
That is better.
So it's way more scarier. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw, and on a failed save, it sees 10-foot cube, like a cat that's 10-foot cube. That's sound. The phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli. So if the cat produces heat, the druid will feel the cat's heat. and it has to treat the cat as if it was real, basically. And
So
rationalize any illogical outcomes.
he rolled a natural 20.
Okay. In that
Does anybody
case,
have their best friend? Wait, no, that only works on our own. Saving
Yeah.
throw. Never mind. That's too bad.
Well, you do have like GM help actions and GM Ex Machina moments.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, okay. He did
so
not.
I guess that
Yeah, so he sees a cat, you said?
Yes. I did, yes. A 10-foot cube of cat. And he feels if the cat has any if the cat produces any stimuli, like maybe the druid's allergic to them, which would be perfect, he would feel that effect and react to the cat as if it was real.
Atopic druid. That's amazing.
Please let the cat look like an actual cube with like its tail scrunched against the side. Just got like ears back.
The Minecraft.
Two eyes on the side, like.
Okay, so he's going to be
Such is my
distracted.
magical power. Yeah, it'd be weird if he wasn't distracted by that.
Okay,
Like, here we
so one of the three dogs that are tied to one of the poles, they kind of whimper as they, they're in a little bit of distress. And then we come up to you, Victor. And yeah, you got one druid that's really confused by a cat, one who's trying to perform a ritual, and you have a dire wolf that's tied down by vines.
Let's see, what shall I do? Guess I'm just gonna go for the one trying to do the ritual. Hope he's distracted enough to do that. And I'm just gonna go bonk on him.
Okay.
It's easy as that. It's
Bonk on him.
Yeah, it's the tried and tested method.
It does work. I've tried it.
It is a 21.
21
Cool.
hits.
Cool. And I'll also cast Smite. Use my last spell slot to Divine Smite. So that is 2 die 8 and die 10. So it's, let's see, 4 plus, let's see, 9 bludgeoning damage and 6 plus 4, 10 radiant damage.
Jeez.
19 total, was that?
Yes.
How much bludgeoning did I say?
Yeah, you did 19.
Yeah. Okay, you go up and you bonk him, and that definitely distracts him from anything he's doing, and he looks really bad with that one bonk.
Good.
Okay. The druid that is distracted by the cat, he's just going to be really distracted by that cat. He is actually allergic to them, so he backs up a little bit from it. With that,
He can actually take damage from the cat, by the way. He can. It says he's so affected or convinced by the cat's reality that it can take damage from the illusion. And if it would attack, and I think a cat would, they can actually take 1d6 psychic damage, but it's on my turn. So that's something I forgot to say.
Would you like to do that?
It's not my go yet, but I mean, I can make the cat attack. Absolutely.
Yeah,
cast
also,
it, right?
he's backing up from it. That's like an attack of opportunity for the fake cat.
Perfect. It doesn't. There's no attack roll. He would just basically imagine the cat has attacked him for 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay, roll. I'll roll a d6. So do you want to roll?
I already rolled and it's a 5.
5 damage.
But you can roll if you want. I don't mind.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, Thorn, it is actually your turn.
I think I would like to cast Zephyr Strike on myself as a bonus action. So I now move like the wind. I do not provoke opportunity attacks, and once before the spell ends, I can give myself advantage on a weapon attack roll. If it hits, it does extra force damage. And hit or miss, my walk speed moves, or my walking speed increases by extra 30 feet. So I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike and shoot at continue our assault on the ritual caster. So, come on, crossbow. Oh. Wow, 1 and a 4. Thanks a lot. Let's see. So, with the bonus, it would be a 12. But let's see. How many reborks do we have? 3? Sure, I'll use a rebork. This seems important, so I'll reroll the 1. Yeah, let's just go with 12.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's 12.
12 just barely hits because he doesn't have a lot of armor on him.
Ooh. All right. Well. So that's going to do 11 damage total, 2 of it being force damage.
What?
Yeah. Zephyr Strike is fun. It's a great addition to a ranger's repertoire. And then I'm going to use the 60-foot movement to get up in his face if he's still standing.
So he is actually not still standing. So how do you want to do that?
Instead, I want to zoom 60 feet towards the other one who's horribly distracted by the giant cat.
Okay. Alrighty. Then we will go to Funk.
Okay. Seeing it. All right. Okay. Get into character again. Got to get into character. Seeing how the other one is distracted by the cat, I'm going to recklessly attack and go for Julie's. Going for the vegetables.
The unmentionables. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Fetch the ball.
These are the same color as tennis balls.
21.
Yes, so great to me.
21, that hits, yeah.
Same color as tennis balls.
Everything's gray.
It's good. That's
fine. This is
5.
great.
5. So you go for the tennis balls because you're really excited because you think, oh, I'm finally gonna figure out the color of them.
Somebody get your balls before.
He does manage to see you and kind of like out of the way a little bit, but you still get him for some damage. So he is still standing. With that, Mr. Cat, it's your turn again.
Yeah, I mean, just while we're on the subject, some damage to balls would be extreme damage to balls regardless.
True.
Yeah, there's no minor damage there.
But he shimmied a bit, so he actually got the stick.
Yeah. Oh.
Oof.
Ew. I don't know that's better.
You say that like it's better.
I guess what I'm going to do is the guy that's being terrified by the phantasmal force of the cat, which lasts for 1 minute, and it will just appear like it's constantly dogging this guy, which sounds strange. I will just say a joke again. What is it called when a cat wins a dog show? A cat has trophy! And then that's vicious mockery.
I miss Kara. I'm kidding. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So he has to make some sort of saving.
Yeah, wisdom save, I believe, correct?
Yes, and has to be DC 13.
He rolled a 3, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yikes. This guy's having a bad day.
So yeah, more psychic damage to this guy, and he has a disadvantage on his next attack roll. So let me just get my D4. There it is, and that is a 4.
Oh, nice.
Nice. And then, like I say, if you want me to do it on my turn, which is now, or on his turn, either way, the phantasmal force will continue to attack him.
We'll do it on his turn since that's when we did it last time.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Cool. It does say that he can make an intelligence saving throw to try and see if it's actually real.
Okay, we'll have him do that on his turn as well.
Sure.
Okay, Victor, it is your turn.
Does the alpha like seem conscious?
It's conscious and it's struggling against those vines that are holding it.
Okay, I'm gonna sling the frying pan bag, and I'm gonna start gnawing through the vines at the back of him. So I'm gonna stay away from the jaw, because I'm not that dumb.
You just want to
Okay.
sniff his butt, don't you? I see yours.
Shut up! Oh my
I'm
god!
doing it.
Shut up! No, no! Oh my god!
I'm sure.
Roll a strength check for me.
Yes. It's above 20, so it's a
Okay.
22.
Yeah, so you managed to gnaw through one of these vines. So there are only 3 large vines on the alpha now.
And I'll speak in dog. It is help. Don't attack. Ruff. And I'll howl a bit.
The woof and the howl made me really believe you for a second.
Okay, it is now this druid's turn, so he gets to make a saving throw to see if the cat is actually exists, right?
Yeah, DC 13 intelligence.
Okay, he passes.
Damn.
So we will say though, the cat, before he passes, the cat gets one last jab at him for thinking it's real.
So I only rolled a 1 for damage. That might be how he knew it was fake.
There you go. Yeah, it tried to. It looked like it should have clawed him, but it only did a little damage. So he now realizes that it's fake.
Damn.
Okay, he is going to then probably come up to you, Mr. Cat, since he really doesn't like cats now. But
Does he move away from
really-
me?
I'm allergic.
Yeah, and me.
What's the
I'm
con
on
save?
him.
I'm kidding.
Reeling from that, though, however, he doesn't find it in his will to attack because he rolled a natural 1.
Pathetic.
So with that, we are going to Thorn. It is your turn.
I despise weakness.
I do have.
I'm just gonna-
Is that?
I'm just gonna bite him.
Okay, I'll let that. I just thought about it.
Thorn,
I
what
will
are
not-
you doing? Sorry.
I was going to bite him, but I do not bite him. Instead, I miss horribly.
Oh.
Okay.
So I just snarl and growl at him, but nothing happens.
Yeah, you're revving up for it.
Yeah. Showboating.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Thunk, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for the ankle. To pat,
Go for the ankle.
That is a 16.
But wait, didn't he like if you were next to him, right? Didn't Jesse get tack tactics? Yes, that's a word. Tactics.
Only for melee attacks.
Yeah, but he tried to bite, right?
Oh, right, then you do. Yeah, you get advantage because I have wolf pack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad.
I thought.
Reroll.
Well, that's my first natural 20 of the day, so yay, tactics!
Critical bark.
Praise the moon.
Well, that would be 9 points of damage instead, then. Thank you very much.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
I don't know, something about grabbing by the ankle and yanking, hopefully knocking him down and hitting his head.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, so you grab him by like the ankle and kind of their pant leg, and he falls and like hits his head on the altar that the alpha is on.
Ow!
Oh man, like splitting a melon on a pointy end.
And so he is out. We are out of combat now, and you still have 4 vines sitting on that alpha there, as there are a few clusters of dogs whining and nervously, pulling at leashes that are tying them to pillars.
I'm gonna as other paladins trying to release the alpha, I'm just going to go in ahead and just chew through all the leashes if I can of all the dogs. I roll strength for that, or
Yeah, so anybody who wants to try to chew through a vine or a leash, please roll a strength check for me.
I'll assist the paladin with chewing through vines.
What's my strength?
It's a 17 on one of the vines.
20. I got 22.
I got a 17 on a vine.
And one of the vines of the alpha as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chewing the dogs free. Gotta let the good doggos go, you know.
Okay, so as you chew through the leashes of these dogs, they, shake because they're free a little bit, and they start chewing on the leashes of the other dogs around them.
Oh, they're good doggos.
Oh,
They're good. They're very good doggos. There is one vine left on the alpha. If someone wants to roll a strength check to chew through that.
Yes. It's an 18.
18. So you chew through this last really thick vine, and with that, the wolf stretches and breaks the rest of the vines away from them. It stretches more and steps off the altar, and their shoulder is probably higher than the altar itself. They're a very big doggo. She looks down at you very kindly, and you hear a voice in your mind of, "Thank you, little ones. I am Aldmia, the leader of the wolves here in this forest." And she weaves a tale of this druidic cult who wanted to take the dogs and turn them against their owners so that they can return everything to nature, so to speak. After she weaves this tale, she says, "Perhaps now a proper balance between the realms of the forest and the realms of the two-leggeds can be sought. We shall remember you and tell your deeds to our children. Farewell for now." As she turns to leave, the dogs from the village approach you, and their eyes are clear and friendly, if not a little confused. Each offers a bow in turn before they then sniff the air and return to a path that looks like it is leading to the village.
Look towards the rest. Shall we go for walkies?
Oh, yeah.
Runnies. I'm gonna offer my bag to the cat. Like, come on, let's go.
So you guys go for walkies, for runnies, you chase with each other, and come back to the village with a very heartwarming scene. As you approach, the sounds of delighted laughter and excited barking can be heard. As you enter, you see all the dogs of the village, tails wagging frantically, rolling around and laughing with children, and being scooped up into the arms of the owners. The halfling Clarissa that you met earlier has tears of joy from running towards her dogs. "Oh, thank you, thank you. You've done a wonderful thing, and you're such good dogs. I cannot thank you enough." The elderly gentleman who you met comes up and says, "Indeed, what has passed here might have been a tragedy for our village, but by your actions, we owe you a debt that can never be repaid. The bond between our people and yourselves will always be as strong as your hearts. You will, no matter what, always have a home, a bed, and a warm fire waiting for you here." And that is where we end it. Good boy!
Yay!
Yay! That's amazing.
I can imagine in the end scene, it's like, "By the way, we never introduced each other. What's your name?" And it gets to me,
Yes.
it's like, "Oh yeah, my name is Thorn," and then squirrels erupt everywhere. Just...
Oh, is that a dialect?
it's true. It's very hard to say.
And you were all fooled. I am not a dog. I'm actually a cat, and then I'll just disappear in a puddle of smoke.
To be continued.
Catnip cigarette smoke.
What a wonderful game to finish off on. Thank you guys so much for all those borks and all the tail wags you've provided us with today. And thank you all so much for being our concluding game. I was gonna do a whole outro bit, but honestly, the exhaustion and emotion just slammed me in the face, so I'm gonna save that for a later stream when when I properly thank everyone, when I shout everyone out, and when we announce our giveaway winners. For now, I can just say I ran a couple numbers, and we were live for 60 hours over the course of 8 days, for an average of 32 viewers per stream per day, and on average over 600 euros raised per day for our charities. With over 50 participants, we organized 18 TTRPG one-shots ranging from one-pagers to Pathfinder 2nd edition. We had multiple hype trains of various levels, including 5th, and this channel, which I just looked it up, reached 200 on March 14th, is now at over 360 followers, and our sub count almost doubled over the course of the event, which I'm incredibly grateful for. So you 4 or 5, along with the rest of everyone who participated, I can't thank you enough for for joining me on this journey, for donating your time and your energy and your enthusiasm and your creativity and everything else. And I'm super glad to have had you all, and I've only seen amazing games. It's been very exciting to watch them all and to see them all and to see everyone kind of find their own way with people they'd never met before and games they'd never played before, and it's been so exciting to see. So we're gonna go through a round of outroductions where everyone can plug their stuff. We were gonna start with Sentikov, but he's currently AFK. So let's start with Jesse. Jesse, what do you do? Where can we find you after this?
I am Virtual Dionysus on Twitter. I am one of the RPG contributors to the Our Turn podcast, a great podcast for diversity in all gaming, board games, card games, role-playing, etc. It's relaunched for the year. Took a minor break because of everything going on, so you can check me out over there. I occasionally contribute. And otherwise, find me on Twitter and chat with me, because I will always talk about anything you want to hear. So thank you very much for having me.
And thank you so much for being here. And Chaos and Chat, you did everything you could, and we were so happy. I was so happy to get to game with you at all, and honored that we were the first game you played in years. So don't worry about that. I'm so grateful we got to have you, and I got to play in a game with you. And thank you so much, Jesse, for being here too. You also helped out a bunch behind the scenes in the beginning, so thank you for that. And Senti. Your outroduction. Where can we find you? What do you do? What are you proud of? What do you want to share?
You can find me. Probably the best place to find me is on Lawrise Discord, under the name of I think I'm Lawrise Dragon on there.
Yes.
I paint minis. I play games. I help people as much as I can. I'm not an avid user of Twitter, but I am on there. It's Sentikov. It'll be in the chat probably somewhere. I made my first tweet the other day ever.
It was bees.
Woo! Yeah!
If you have any questions about painting minis, I've been painting them for like 6 years now, or D&D. I'm a DM of like 10 years at this point, I think, almost. So I got advice if you ever need advice.
Yeah, Senti's pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. But you can't have him. All right, Maka.
Yes, I'm a DM for a Dungeons & Dragons 5e streaming group called Check These Out. We've been doing it for about 8 weeks, coming up obviously on 9th on Tuesday. It's 9 p.m. GMT, which is 1 p.m. PST and 4 p.m. EST. We recently got supported by D&D Beyond and sponsored by BD&D and Raven and Riddley and stuff. We sort of get about 900 viewers on average, so feel free to check us out. It's a lot of fun. And we also have podcasts now as well. You can find us on anchor.fm if you search for Check These Out. And I'm pretty active on Twitter as well, so at Check These Out 1.
Nice. Thank you for joining us and for being here. Glad we were able to schedule you in. And Novelist.
Hi, as said before, I'm Novelist, Novelist Val on Twitter, one of the regular players on Keys to the Surface. Like I was planned in here last minute, I'm very glad to be part of the ending of all this, because I've seen Lorelai work towards it for the past months, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to be your friend.
Don't make me cry at the last
I'm gonna
minute.
make you cry
God
before
damn
it ends.
Fuck
No,
you.
but don't worry, I'll distract. I'll distract from now. And to Tiefling, if he's still watching, this is the sample. This game was a sample, so I can't do anything more than that. And I like playing characters of all sorts. I like just fantasizing with my mind, and this was a very welcome distraction from just a gruesome night shift that I had with 2 hours of sleep. So I'm very glad to have this right now.
Very
Thank
glad
you.
to have you here. I'm very glad that we got to see you back. Novelist, you constantly cause wild magic on my face, says Chaos. Yeah, Novelist is our usual group mom on Keys to the Surface. We really missed you last night when the players went through a lot of chaos without Mira. But we'll be back with Keys to the Surface next Saturday at 8 p.m. CET, 2 p.m. EST. As always, we run a heavy lore campaign, but we're gonna have, I think, a couple of guest stars that we met this week come in the next couple months, because we made some new friends, and we're gonna switch things up a little bit as we come into the mid-game, or like the end of the mid-game of the campaign right now, so it's gonna get spicy. So, come watch us there. And last but not least, Rene, thank you so much for delighting us with your GMing today.
Thanks for having me. You can find me at Rene the Goblin on Twitter. There's also a link to my Instagram on there. I'm setting up an Etsy store and opening commissions, hopefully by summer, for dice.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to your dice. That's Wizard Kitty Dice on Instagram, is that right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I follow you.
Oh, you already follow her. Look at that.
Oh, thank you.
Good job. Yeah, you can find everyone's well, we're gonna do a big shout out post where we'll give you everyone's socials to go and follow them. I'm really excited to see that we've got multiple friendships made this week, and people planning to publish the adventures they ran or the worlds they created for this, and continue playing with the player groups they met. That makes me very happy. And that's kind of the magic of these things, to just throw people together randomly and then, have it be pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm very glad for everything, and that's really all I can say. I'm not gonna say much more because I just read that Queen of Crit just started streaming, and I think it would be a grand idea to go on a very last raid for this week and surprise her.
GM. I too would like to raid.
Yes.
Raid! Yes, Tabby, our very own Queen of Crit, is a wonderful person. She just started streaming and just reached affiliate. So if you want to support her, be sure to drop her a gift sub or at least a follow. She is a very nice person. You saw her in Wanderlust this morning. She is a journalist and an author, and very good at both. And she's just a sweetheart. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
Tabby's
raid
awesome.
her, and we're gonna show her some support. And that's the last bit of kindness we'll send out this week. From next week onward, you'll have to trust Wilbo again to take you on kindness raids. But for one last time, we're gonna go on one. You can join me. You can also just join me to get your 250 channel points towards the Cthulhu song in the future, because I know a bunch of people are saving up for that. So,
Yes, saving.
All the doggos, I'd say, let's raid.
goodbye, everyone.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, we are